Thank you, Dean. Right now I have here HD Stardom. Can you introduce yourselves?
I'm James.
Mariana.
I'm Mitchell.
Ethan.
He is not Mitchell.
Not Mitchell.
So why the name HD Stardom?
Tell us about
It
yourself.
was my nickname in high school, actually. I don't know, man. I mean, like, honestly, it was, like, basically about cell phones and, like, you know, everyone's, like, living through a cell phone type of thing. So you got your Instagram and you got your Facebook, and it's, like, some dumb shit about that, like, that you are always, like, living through your phone, and it's, like, the generation of people. You know, it's, you know, a reference to, like, Andy Warhol's 15 Minutes of Fame, right? How everyone is going to be famous for 15 minutes. And, you know, everyone has sort of, like, made their own sort of stardom on the internet, their own kind of, like, highlight reel of their lives and activities. And so it's just some dumb shit like that.
So how did the project start, and what brought you guys together?
Yeah, for a serious answer, I mean, like, basically, like, I had just made these songs, right? And so it was me and it was Kyle Luchwager, right? Picture this, in Kyle Luchwager's basement, we're chilling. Kyle's mom's in the kitchen. She's got like 40 pictures of roosters and the chicken. So, you know, solid creative environment. There was like 4 tunes that I made, and that was like the first HD Stardom EP. And then I made a video for one of the songs, put that shit on the internet. I was like, I think it was like January last year, and I called Mitch or sent him a Facebook message. I said, Mitch, I got these songs, like, you should put some drums on these songs. Darrell Clifton, my friend Darrell, actually played on the first EP that we did, and Darrell is a fantastic person and like an amazing drummer. I worked with him for a bit. And then I called Mitch and I jammed and laid down some drums, and then Mary actually was like involved in recording the project, and she mixed it and stuff. And then so we got Mary on keyboards, and then I'm not sure if I had asked James at that point or if James was the last person that I asked or whatever the order was, but then eventually James got involved as well, and bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, now we're sitting here with Dean Snowball.
I think he over-embellished a bit on that. We just met on Tinder.
So what bands or artists inspire you guys to make music?
Ambrosia. You know the song Baby Come Back? That's one of my favorites. Aha. Turn On Me. You know the band?
Take On Me.
Take on me. Take On Me. I'm sorry. Turn On Me.
That's
Turn On Me. I'm sorry. That was actually a porno that I really liked. Turn On Me. Turn me on.
Turn on me.
I kind of fucked that one up there a little bit. Just a bit.
Well, I don't know. I listen to a lot of stuff. What really inspires me to become better? Just Motown in general. That's I'm a Motown person, like R&B. That's old school R&B. That's my thing.
King Harvest. Maybe a little bit of Van Morrison. Oh yeah, a lot of 80s stuff. I like a lot of 80s stuff. Pet Shop Boys. The Cars. Yeah, New Order. I think you're a New Order fan too.
I'm a huge New Order fan,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. That's where the interest in synths comes from, other than like Stockhausen and stuff.
Yeah.
Stockhausen.
There's a band called Level 42 I was a big fan of. Yeah, check out Mavis Staples. She's another great Motown artist, one of my favorites.
I don't know if it's really like, for me, if it's as much as like a specific artist that makes me want to make music. I mean, I guess it's just sort of like whatever I'm into at the time. You know, you might hear something and be like, oh, like I'd like to write some music that sounds kind of like that, or like that makes me feel a way that feels. I kind of see music as kind of set. Like you have all the other things in life, like work and like eating and shopping and like even like talking to people or something like that. It's kind of like, and then but like music has like this depth to it that doesn't really exist, I find, in like any other facet of life, or I guess art in general maybe has that. So I think that's my overly deep answer to the question.
That's a little philosophical there. I like that.
That's cool.
Nice.
Justin Timberlake. Final answer.
Last year you put out an EP. This year though, do you have any plans on a follow-up?
Yeah, we got shit.
You got shit going?
There's not really like a ton of shit material. We got like we have a thing we're doing. We recorded in a spa, so there's some live songs that we're going to try and get out within the next few months. Ideally, that would be cool. And some of those songs are unreleased songs. As far as like actual like studio recordings, there's like one song that hasn't been released that's almost finished that we might just have to finish up and pop out. Besides that, like we have like a bunch of tunes that are kind of just hanging out in the docking bay, right? And you just got to open that door and just let them out, you know. But at this point, they're still like, they're like babies, man. They're infants, so we got to like give them some growth hormone and put some good looking pants on them and just get them out the door. We're pretty close. Like I feel pretty confident, but by the end of the year, or maybe halfway through the year, we'll be able to whip something up. There'll definitely be some sort of content within the next couple of months.
That's a lot of baby talk, Ethan. Are you pregnant right now?
I might be pregnant.
You know that band Bad Company? Does it feel like making love? Ethan feels like giving birth.
So now we know that Ethan is going to give birth to a beautiful human, going to put on some new pants, and it's going to be released in the year of 2017. And back to Dean with his album review. Take it away, Dean. And we're back with HD Stardom. How's it going? This is an open discussion. You can say whatever you feel, any cusses, anything like that. What were your favorite releases of 2016?
I don't know. Maybe like, have you heard of the band Jank?
No.
Yeah, I think they released 2 albums in 2016. I just kind of like listen to music randomly, like when I find it. So it's hard for me to like know exactly like what music that I've been listening to like came out in 2016. But I think something that I know for sure came out in 2016 was this band Jank. They're just like a pop punk band, and I think that they do it. It's like pop punk, I think mixed with like, I think call it like beach rock or something like that.
Word.
That's just kind of stumbled upon them on Bandcamp.
My favorite from last year was K-Tronada's 99%, 19.9%. That's it, right? 99.9%, right?
Like the crazy colors in the front.
Yeah, and it's a tie between that one and Bat Not Good 4. Those are my favorite records of last year.
This is going to be a bit of a snowball, but Huge Cosmic, comma. How about that one? Is that all right? Yeah? Is that all right? Yeah, there's been a lot of great local releases. I don't know if we should stick on that, but there's a band called Attention that I think released a record. They're like a pop punk kind of band from Toronto that I've been a fan of over the years. It took them a little while to do a record, but they finally got it done. Did Glasper do a record?
Robert Glasper?
Yeah,
he did.
I like Death Grips a lot, and Death Grips put out an album in 2016 that I listened to a lot because I'm an angry person. I like a lot of explicit rap music. So Danny Brown's Atrocity Exhibition album was really cool. I think Schoolboy Q's album came out last year too. Blank Face.
TTNG's 13.0.0.0 or whatever. I think that came out last year.
In
2016? Did it come out in 2016? No, actually.
You're thinking of Depression Island, or
right? That's the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that. I definitely heard like the first couple songs that they released off there, and I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially the first single. First single was really tight. So this next question, it's a little bit off the beaten path, but what was the best thing that you ate recently?
Sometimes I eat my words. I'm interested in like vegan food. Not a vegan, not even a vegetarian, but I like the idea of vegan food. So I went to this place, I don't even remember, it might have been called Fresh. And I had a fucking salad with some like lima beans and shit. They had some lima beans, and they had some avocado, and they had some black beans, and suckers put lettuce in there, and there was some tomato, and completely vegan. Fucked me right up, Dean. I'm telling you, that shit just rocked my world. I was a different man after that salad. So that's probably the coolest thing. I probably ate that in like the summer of 2016.
I just had Portuguese food tonight, and I love that shit, so.
My mom makes this food which comes from the north of Brazil, comes from Bahia, and it's like a mix of Portuguese food with like African food, right? It's called moqueca, and it's like fish with this orange sauce that's spicy but not spicy as it doesn't sting, and it's the best damn thing you ever ate in your life. I was a vegetarian for 5 years. I came to visit my parents, and that's when I became a pescatarian because of that. When I'm hungry, I become a monster.
Both ways.
Yeah. When I'm hungry, I'm like
My grandpa once said, if you're hungry enough, you will eat rocks.
They have a calamari burrito at Burrito Boys.
What?
Yeah, it's really, it's like there's some kind of sauce. I don't know. There's something about like the breading and some kind of sauce, and it all mixes together. After you eat it, you feel like the deepest sense of like existential dread. Like I think that there's just it's too delicious to feel good afterwards, but while you're eating it, it's beautiful. So that's
Currently, the music industry is now sort of like getting more into the streaming landscape as opposed to, you know, for popularity's sake, having a physical album or a CD, or even downloading on iTunes or any other service is considered kind of passé. Now it's sort of like the streaming services now. So what I want you guys, I guess, to sort of discuss is like, do you think that it's a fad? Like, how do you think the music industry is gonna shift in the coming years?
I see like you know, like the streaming services and the Spotify as something that, you know, I see consumers liking it. I see that like you know, you can get access, you know, easy and cheap access to like relatively high quality audio through it. I don't see it having a positive impact on the income that artists are making, because like I think I heard something like, you know, the song Happy by Pharrell Williams?
Yeah.
And like, you know, Pandora Radio, it's like a streaming service in the it's not available here anymore, but it's available in the States. I think I heard that off of all the plays that song got, which I don't know how many plays it got, in the millions probably.
In the millions, yeah.
Like he made like $2,500 off of that, and I just don't think the math works out. Like you know, you have people paying $10 a month for a Spotify subscription, and how many songs are they listening to in that month? And then that $10 has to be, first of all, Spotify takes the money for them to like pay all their employees and to maintain their servers and to make a profit, and then whatever's left of that then gets divided among all the artists that person listened to, like the versus, you know, you download a song off iTunes and you pay $1 for it or something.
I see that it's only gonna get more that way, more towards streaming, because cell phone plans that have data are becoming cheaper with more data, which is gonna allow people to listen to streaming when they're outside of like when they don't have Wi-Fi. You know, I think it's only gonna go to that direction. But I see artists finding other ways of releasing physical stuff, like creative ways, releasing, I don't know, the album with coffee or something, like Robert Glasper like releases album with coffee. So I see that kind of stuff becoming more common, and people collecting that kind of stuff.
Firstly, I would like to congratulate Pharrell. I believe his wife is having triplets, so $2,500 ain't gonna go too far on diapers on that one. But yeah, I think there'll always be a group of people that will want to buy records or CDs or T-shirts or whatnot. The dedicated fans will always buy that stuff or download cards or whatever they got to do to get the music. Spotify, Bandcamp, all this stuff is pretty much just a great facet for bands to get the music out there. I agree with James. Income-wise, who knows? I don't know what the stats are on it. I'm sure they're recording. I think things will always work out, you know? There's always going to be music. I don't think it's going to stop nobody from making music or whatnot.
for sure.
People will always fund it, or, you know. Just the face of it probably has changed a bit over the years. Like when I started playing, demo tapes were the big thing. I mean, that might date me a bit, but like you made a demo tape. You recorded, like digital recording was like, whoa, you know? So, it's come a long way. You can do a lot of stuff. So I'm no musician by any aspect of it, but I go by the strong back, weak mind kind of thing. And you just, I don't know, listen to music, have fun.
Yeah, like
buy
things are gonna
records if you
change.
like the band, support them.
Yeah. I
That's
feel like when the downloading thing first started, people like were kind of trying to fight it, and now everyone's realized like you can't stop progress, no matter like if you like the effect that it's having on your industry or not. So just kind of got to live with it and adapt. And
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, fuck. Like, people are gonna want to listen to music. People like music. People also like free shit or extremely inexpensive shit. Like, I'm a musician, but I steal so much shit. I steal fucking movies. I steal music. I'm a horrible man. Like, I you know, like, I really enjoy the quick, cheap access to stuff. And I think that's cool because, like, there's a lot of bands that I would have never gotten into if I hadn't had an opportunity to listen to their shit on, like, YouTube, or I don't really do Spotify, Apple Music I'm cool with. But yeah, so I don't know, there's always gonna be some interest. I feel like record labels are dissolving, and it's just gonna be more of like an independent, like a small business or something, like just, you know, like a team of a few people. Yeah, exactly. Everyone, you know, the artist kind of does a lot of stuff themselves or has a small team with them, and then I could see crowdfunding being a big thing. Like, it's just like, here, we're making this album. The pre-ordering of the album funds the album type of thing. Like, now we can finance it. More of a focus on independence and then, like, direct interaction with, like, the audience, I think is where it's going. But like, I love streaming. Like, just being able to pull something up on YouTube, like, that's sweet. I don't want to lose that, even though, like, I'm an asshole because I don't pay for the music. I don't know. I just think it's cool.
All right, well, thank you guys very much. Do you guys have any last words that you'd like to speak to the public?
Thanks for coming here. Thanks for coming to our abode away from abodes to hang out with us and listen to our songs and then talk to us about shit. Thank you for doing that. Dean, I love you.
Have fun, stay fit, stay out of trouble.
Stay fit.
Keep on rocking in the free world. How about that?
There you go.
Thank you.